Brock Purdy will be the reason they do not win a Super Bowl. And he was almost the reason they didn't go to the NFC title game on Saturday, because he played extremely average, that bad. And when Debo
leaves the field, Matt, keep it real.
They're bad. So they're not bad, but their system and the way that they run it with all their motions and the spacing, and it's, the way that each guy, Ayuk and Kittle and Juszczyk and Christian and, Debo and all these different cats, the way they fit into the system, it's like they're perfect chess pieces, but each chess piece can't play the other one. Like we can't take a rook and make him a horse. We can't take a horse and make him, a pawn. Like that's not the way this works here in this system. So, and honestly, it's not the way you really want it to work, but at the same time, your offense shouldn't just nosedive after one guy leaves, unless that one guy is your quarterback. I mean, because he's the facilitator. So I guess my thing is here with San Francisco is, are they super talented? Oh, yeah. They're fucking ridiculous. They got dudes everywhere. But the quarterback position, Brock Purdy, Cam Newton got shit on for saying this, but he's right. Brock Purdy's the ultimate game management dog. He's not an elite quarterback. He's a good quarterback that's surrounded by some of the most talent I've ever seen. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when you're talking about NFL franchises where the quarterbacks are not the number one guy. You remember in 2002 how good Tampa Bay was? And Brad Johnson's a good quarterback. He was always good, but far from great. And he just stepped in, and Gruden said, just don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
I don't need you to be Superman. Just don't screw it up. And Brad Johnson didn't have an ego, and he had enough common sense to know that they had a great defense. Check. San Francisco has a great defense. They could run the shit out of the ball. Check. San Francisco can run the shit out of the ball. They've got big play receivers that if you put them in position can win you football games. Check. San Francisco's got that the same way Tampa had McCardle and Keyshawn Johnson and all them cats. So what Purdy has to figure out is how to win when his back's against the wall. And to give him credit, he the last fucking drive of the game, he stepped up, put his nuts on the line, and they scored. So tip of the cap to you, Brock. But I think when San Francisco has to line up in shotgun and all of the gadgets and gizmos and motions and all the little intricacies that Shanahan and his offense puts into it, no one's biting on that shit anymore when you're down. No one's biting when you're even in the middle of the third going into the fourth. They're not biting on that anymore. And then it comes down to your quarterback being able to actually deliver the football when they know you're throwing. And I don't know if I watched him try and do that against Baltimore, and they beat the shit out of him on Christmas Day. So if I'm San Francisco, I'm really worried about that. I don't know if they do lose, whether it's championship game, which if Detroit won that game and went to the Super Bowl, that would be
crazy.
So fucking cool. I thought it would be Detroit and Cleveland. Half of that dream died, but still Detroit might be able to get there. If this all happens, I don't know if replacing the head coach and the quarterback at the same time is feasible or smart. And I think that Lynch's like John Lynch, the GM, his relationship with Shanahan is so strong, and they believe in what they're doing so much that it will be, all right, we need to replace the quarterback. Again, think about this. Why didn't San Francisco go after Lamar Jackson? They didn't go after Aaron Rodgers. Like, if you put Lamar Jackson on the Niners, because he was an unrestricted, this is what I don't understand, unrestricted free agent that's about to win the MVP and has the number one seed in the AFC. That is nuts. And nobody wanted him.
Right.
Nobody wanted him. Like, I'm sorry, but the NFL looks like a bunch of fucking morons right
now. Let's talk about we're going to dive into Lamar tomorrow with Tank and yourself. Hopefully you could join in. I know you're on fucking, no, let me say pause. You probably three team me. So let me triple team me, I guess.
Ain't nobody putting your feet in the air, dog. Chill.
I know. Pause.
Yuck.
Whatever you guys say. Pause. Let me ask you,
motherfucker. He's the only baby on the group. I'm with you over here. Shit.
Let me ask you the 49ers and the Green Bay thing. Like, I don't know if Detroit can beat the Niners. I don't know that question. Obviously, nobody knows. Everyone thought the Niners were going to mud stomp the Green Bay Packers, and Green Bay actually, I thought, controlled the game for the most part. Should have won the game. Aaron Jones is playing on an all-time. I was like, fuck, there's no stopping it. They're going to fucking play Detroit in
that's not that can play, dog.
Yeah, he could play.
The Packers are on the Packers and Houston next year. Those two teams are going to be real good if they can stay healthy.
Yeah, young wideout crew in Green Bay. Jordan Love, I think they're going to throw a big bag at him.
He should. He's earned it.